This is a Windows Phone 7 game review of Battleship, which is available in the marketplace for $2.99 and is the Xbox Live game title. So at first when I downloaded this game and started playing it, I thought, wow, it's not worth it at all. And actually, it does have some fun elements to it, so you might want to check it out. There's the main gameplay mode, Classic, which is your typical Battleship, and you simply push in a pin. You can set up your ships however you want, tap them to rotate them, and then start the match. You just play against the computer, and you can just double tap to shoot. And now it does have these really annoying cutscenes here, but thankfully you can disable those in the menu. So once we get there, just go into the menu and go into settings, and then disable the cutscenes. And then that makes the game a whole lot better, because those cutscenes are really useless and they just get tiring and old, and they don't make the game any fun. They're so slow, and yeah, so I recommend disabling those, and then you'll have a better experience. The music in the game can get really annoying. It has this really weird sound to it. Nope, it's not doing that sound right now, but it has a weird wee, and it's not the best music. That was it right there. So, not the best there, but it's okay. And another thing that can get annoying is the animations for the computer opponent selecting his move. It does that thing, and it always does that every time. And that you can't disable in the settings. You can just tap through, but then there's always the chance that you might accidentally tap something there, and it just gets tiring constantly tapping. So if they had an option to speed up those animations or something, or just remove them, then that'd be great. Otherwise, personally, I just download a different free Battleship game that was made by a third party, and it'll work better. But that's your Battleship game, and it has all the typical ships, and that's all there. But there are some other gameplay modes which do actually make it a lot better. And once I played these, I started to like the game a little more. There's this one where you get to shoot 5 targets, or you get to shoot as many targets as you have ships. So right now, all 5 of my ships are alive, so I can shoot 5 at once, same as the enemy. And then once I take down one of his ships, or once he takes down one of my ships, then we lose a shot. Okay, so let's see what happens here. Nope. Okay, so let me just take down one of his. And the controls work pretty well. If you want to change a target, you just have to drag it, and then it'll change the target. Okay, now that I shot his down, he'll only shoot down 4 pins, because he only has 4 ships alive. So that gameplay is pretty cool. It's a nice change, and overall is pretty fun. And those different gameplay modes do make it a little worth it to download. We also have this other mode with power-ups, which is actually more exciting, because you can actually use some of these power-ups to your advantage, and it uses a lot more skill than normal Battleship, because usually normal Battleship, it is a lot of just random guessing. And you can sometimes use process of elimination with the size of the ship and what's left, but it's mostly just guessing. In this power-up mode, you actually can use some thought and skill. So at first you start up with all the power-ups disabled, and the opponent can also select all their power-ups. And you can also play this handing the phone off, so you can play multiplayer like that. And it also does have an online multiplayer mode, but you can only play with your Xbox Live friends, which you don't really have any, probably, because not many people have Windows phones, and it's tough to actually find someone who firstly has a Windows phone, and then secondly has this game. So it's really tough to play online with somebody. Here's one of those, oh whoops, I didn't select it. I'll show one of those power-ups in a second. So here's one of the power-ups, and as you can see, it shoots a range right there. And so I'm also actually creating an app called Social Box that will let you find other Xbox Live friends with Windows phones, and then maybe you'll actually be able to play with some people on Battleship here once I release that. Oh, and so you'll notice that my pan that got dropped disappeared, that's because the enemy actually has a shield disabled, so your first shot disappears. So that actually makes you have to remember where you shot in case the enemy is using that shield. So that definitely makes it a lot more exciting. So overall, the game does have these fun little gameplay modes, but if you're just looking for classic Battleship, I would not buy this game because the animations just take too long and it's not free. So you can find better free Battleship games, but if you do like those extra modes, or if you do actually have someone with a Windows phone who has this game, then you could play online with them, then Battleship could be worth downloading. You can find Battleship in the marketplace for $2.99.